If you are a bedside nurse looking for a remote job, or if you're a remote nurse looking for a different remote job, you are in the right place. Hello, my name is Jazzy RN, the work from home nurse, and the goal of my channel is to help nurses pivot from the bedside to remote work. Before I get into these jobs, I have one announcement. Go to the description box below. You will see a link that says resume tips. It will take you here. Now, I also want to mention that make sure you're adding platforms used to resume. That includes, as you see right here on the left hand side, Epic, Microsoft Office, Cerner ProTouch, etc. This will make your resume look more tech savvy and make sure it's on every job you've worked at. Also, write your resume with this in mind: what you did, why it's important, and how it relates to the job that you want. If you want a remote job, do not put any bedside activities on your resume, such as administering medication or wound care dressings. Just focus on your documentation skills, your skills with Cerner or ProTouch, let's say your leadership skills, communication skills with the patient's family, with the doctors, with the CNAs, the charge nurse. Make sure you're focused on what relates to the job that you want. This next section is information regarding different resume tips as well as templates on how your resume should be set up. Now, my favorite one is Northwell Health, and this has a 17-page PDF. So make sure you go here and check it out. I'm going to skip some of these sections here. And if you are applying to different types of jobs, make sure you have a resume for that job type. So just have a folder on your, let's say your screen of your computer, and have in each folder at least one resume. So if you're applying for a appeals job, you're pulling the resume from the appeals folder, and so on and so forth. Case management, utilization review, documentation specialist, etc. This first company is Tango, and they are hiring for a lead clinical reviewer. This job is full time, 40 hours per week. They require you to have at least a 2-year degree. You will manage others, that's a yes, and you must have at least 5 years experience. And if you have any questions, you can contact human resources at tangocare.com. Qualifications include working knowledge of home care and utilization management, ability to exercise initiative and sound clinical judgment, active unrestricted RN or LPN license required in states Tango conducts business, 5 years of clinical practice experience or equivalent combination of healthcare and supervisory experience. I'm going to skip some of these bullet points. Make sure you are focusing on your PC literate skills, which including Microsoft Office products, Outlook, Excel, Word, Adobe, and the ability to work within multiple medical management software systems. Focus on your leadership and motivational skills, excellent interpersonal skills, and the ability to meet or exceed performance competencies and productivity standards. This Cigna is hiring a telephonic RN clinical reviewer. This job is full time. You will work the weekdays from 12:30 p.m. to 9 p.m. Eastern Time, and the start date for this job is Monday, September 14th. Qualifications include associate's degree in nursing. This is required. A current unrestricted license as an RN. You must have at least 1 year acute care, managed care, ICU experience, or 2 years of clinical utilization management experience. And the pay for this job is $31 to $52 per hour. Children's Cincinnati is hiring experienced RN for the nurse helpline. This job has a rotating shift and it is part time, and you will work 24 hours per week. Qualifications include associate or diploma degree in nursing. Now, if you are hired without a BSN or MSN, you must enroll in a BSN or MSN program within 1 year of your hire date, RN job date, and complete program within 5 years of hire or RN job date. They prefer you to have a BSN. Multi-state RN license required from Ohio, Kentucky, or Indiana. 2 years of work experience in related job discipline. And foreign graduates must have a license validated through True Merit TM per Ohio Board of Nursing Code for foreign graduates. Wider Circle is hiring a clinical quality assurance specialist. This is for RNs in Missouri, Kentucky, Indiana, Tennessee, Florida, and Ohio. What you bring is an active unrestricted RN, NP, LPN, or LCSW license, a multi-state or compact license preferred, at least 3 years of clinical experience, plus experience in operations or quality, hands on experience reviewing charts for billing compliance. I'm going to skip some of these bullet points. A tech forward attitude, you look for ways to do technology, automation, and AI to grow a quality program, and you pick up new tools quickly. Strong project management and prioritization skills, along with close attention to detail. Comfort using technology, including EHR, electronic health systems, Slack, Google Suite, and QA or audit tools. Diana Health is hiring a remote triage nurse. This job is full time and it is for LPNs. Qualifications include a current certification as a Tennessee LPN, 2+ years experience in an outpatient preferred, excellent communication, interpersonal and organizational skills, strong computer skills, and familiarity with EMRs, such as electronic medical records, lactation certification, preferred but not required, and bilingual Spanish skills preferred. Maximus is hiring clinical reviewer. This is for LPNs and RNs in the state of Tennessee, and this job is full time. Qualifications include at least 2 years clinical experience required, a current and valid RN or LPN license in the state of Tennessee, 2+ years experience, clinical experience as an RN or LPN, proficiency in Microsoft Office Suite that includes Word, Outlook, Excel, Adobe, strong clinical assessment, critical thinking, documentation skills, and the ability to apply clinical judgment accurately in a fast-paced environment, strong written and verbal communication skills. Bonus points if you have experience in care management and documentation clinical skills, proficiency with electronic medical records, and clinical documentation skills. Here are your office requirements. You must have a high-speed internet service, at least 20 megabits per second download speeds, 50 megabits per second for shared internet connectivity, and at least 5 megabits per second upload speeds, and a private and secure workplace. Care First Blue Cross Blue Shield is hiring clinical appeals nurses. This is for nurses in the Baltimore, Maryland area, and the job is full time. Qualifications include an RN license in your state or compact state upon hire, certified case management upon hire preferred, not required, legal nurse consult certified upon hire preferred, this is not required, at least 3 years of clinically related experience working in medical review, utilization management, or other RN direct patient care or health insurance payer experience. Bonus points if you have direct experience with appeals and grievances in a healthcare payer organization, or if you have a BSN or MSN degree. Guardian is hiring an RN clinical consult. This job is full time. You must have at least 5 years in direct patient care setting, a BSN and CCM is preferred. I'm not going to go over every single bullet point, but you must also have strong PC skills, including Microsoft Office applications, that's MS Word, Excel, and PowerPoint. Knowledge of disability products, business rules, and procedures preferred, experience with DCMS, claim facts, and I processes preferred. United Health Group is hiring a transition of care telephonic case manager RN. This is for nurses who live in or around Daytona Beach, Florida, and surrounding areas. This job is full time. Qualifications include a current Florida RN license, 2 years experience in a hospital setting, acute care or direct care, 1 year experience in case management experience, intermediate level of proficiency in Microsoft Word, Teams, Excel, and Outlook, and reside in the Daytona Beach and surrounding metro areas. Bonus points for a BSN, experience with electronic charting, that's your Epic, Cerner ProTouch, etc., experience with arranging community resources, field-based work experience, telephonic case management experience, background in managing populations with complex medical needs, bilingual in Spanish. The next job with United Health Group is a clinical quality RN. This job is also full-time. This job requires a current unrestricted RN license in state of residence, 1 year experience conducting medical necessity reviews, utilizing established criteria such as CMS guidelines, MCG, Interqual, or NCQA standards. 1+ year experience managing complex cases, including care coordination, resource utilization, and multidisciplinary collaboration to achieve optimal outcomes, experience operating within multiple platforms that house case documentation and clinical records, proficiency in Microsoft Office using Word, Excel, and PowerPoint, proven excellent interpersonal and communication skills that's written and oral, proven solid critical thinking and decision making skills, proven ability to work on a multidisciplinary team, bonus points for a BSN, and 3+ years experience in managed care. Discovery Senior Living is hiring a regional director of resident care. This is for RN licensed nurses. The pay is 110 to 120,000 per year. Quick disclaimer, you must reside in central or eastern Wisconsin or northern Illinois. They welcome applicants from Green Bay, Appleton, Milwaukee, Madison, Janesville, Rockford, and surrounding areas. You must have an active RN Wisconsin license in good standing, 1 to 3 years successful multi-site clinical leadership experience, has supported multiple assisted living, independent living, and memory care communities simultaneously, has experienced mentoring, coaching, and developing director of health and wellness leaders, highly knowledgeable in state survey processes, regulatory compliance, quality improvement, and clinical operations, and you're comfortable traveling throughout Wisconsin and Northern Illinois to support community needs. Oh, one more disclaimer. This job is for candidates who have a 1 to 3 years multi-state regional clinical leadership experience within senior living. This is not entry-level director of health and wellness role.